record, just how do you describe his yet another great performance right now?
Well, for us, it is what is required and needed for us to be the best that we can be. I've told him, Cormac always says it takes what it takes, and one of the things that it takes is for Armando to be that dominant and consistent low post presence for us, and then on the defensive end, protecting the basket and rebounding the basketball. Armando's been amazing throughout his entire career, but there's a sense of urgency that I haven't seen in him, and I think because this is it. there's more years after this, and there's a passion and there's a desire in him to leave on a good note, whatever that looks like. And so I love that he plays that way, and that's something that we need every game.
Some of the guys said that when it was 53-50, they didn't feel any stress at all. Like maybe they would have at times last year in a situation like that. They say they're just playing a lot freer, and they believe that the development that they need to make, the growth they need to make, is going to happen more so because they feel free in those moments. Is that what you saw out there, and you agree with that?
I do, in a sense. There wasn't any panic. When they cut it to 3, there just wasn't any at all. There was a calmness of, we need to execute on the offensive end, get the shot that we want, and defensively we need to step it up and start getting some stops. And there wasn't panic on Monday night. When we were up 17-10, and then Radford came back and took the lead. And so, to me, I thought that's a sign of a good team, that in those situations you can understand, as a team, what needs to be done, how to get there, and to be able to do it with, not just calmness, but patience and confidence. And I was really proud of them. That was one of the many things that I was very proud of them about.
To go off of that, who are among the players, who are some of the players that kind of help facilitate that degree of composure in
it's really everybody. It's not one person. One of the things that I have always said to them is I want all of them to be leaders of this team, but I want you to do it with your own personality. So, like Cormac talks, and RJ does it more by example. Armando would speak, but it's not just, it's everybody, and in the huddles, there are conversations between the players and myself, and it's just really healthy and something that I really enjoy. So I wouldn't specifically, think it's one person or two. The whole team collectively, within their personality, has led it in their own way.
Armando talked about how this year he's seeing less double teams in the paint because he's got so many playmakers around him on the outside that are threats. Specifically point out Harrison and how he's been kind of a revelation as a scoring threat on the wing, something he hasn't really played with much. I guess, what have you kind of seen from Harrison? And is this kind of what you envisioned he could play as a scoring threat and just a versatile piece coming into the year?
Well, from a versatile threat, that's exactly what I'm looking for him. He's got great size. So if you put him at the 3, that's a big guard, and you saw tonight he has the ability to be able to post up and finish around the basket. You put a bigger guy on him, he's really comfortable out on the perimeter. He can come off ball screens, he can shoot threes. He's an excellent distributor, so he knows how to play. I'm glad he's on our team, and his versatility, his size and athleticism allows us to do a number of different things, not just on the offensive end, but defensively as well.
Hubert, who does he remind you of as a player, Harrison?
Since I've been here, I don't know.
Well, through the years.
I just, since I've been here, and this is my 12th year, we really haven't had a guy at that position that can shoot threes, can post up, can handle the basketball, can pass, and he's big enough, athletic enough, and quick enough to be able to do that. And from a defensive standpoint, can guard bigs on the post, but can guard guards out on the perimeter. So I'm glad he's here.
How beneficial was it that they ran totally different offense than what Radford ran the other day, and the guys were forced to defend longer on possessions today?
I thought it was beneficial because it helps us in our growth. I told them, I said, one, I was proud of them defensively, but I was proud of their commitment to play defense for 20, 25 seconds every possession. That's very difficult. The way that Lehigh, they're really good at moving without the basketball. There's a ton of screens and curls and cuts, and in preparation for this game, we talked about something is coming. As a defender, you can never take a deep breath and rest. Like there is a flare screen, a down screen, a wide pin, a DHO, and I thought our guys handled that, and the discipline to be able to do that for 20 to 25 seconds every possession will help us in the future when we play teams that are as patient and methodical and as talented as Lehigh was.
Time for a couple more if there are.
How much of a lift was RJ? He had 22. He had 3 of the 5 threes that you all made.
Yeah.
Just how much of a lift was he?
I can't believe I've been able to coach him for 4 years. He just gives us whatever our team needs every day, whether it's shooting, scoring, distributing, defense, rebounding, getting to the free throw line. Like you talk about being calm at 53-50. The calmness comes from knowing that RJ's out there on the floor. Having a guy that has that experience. Armando's been here for 5 years. Cormac and Pax have played college for 4 years, 5 years, and so there's a calmness because they've been there before. And when you have RJ out there on the floor, you just feel like things are going to work out and good things are going to happen.
You talked about the calmness of the team in the situation where it was only 3 points and then they go on to get that giant run. How do you get the team to have that calmness for the rest of the game so you're not in a situation where you're only up by 3?
Well, Lehigh's a really good basketball team. They cut it to 3 because they were shooting the ball well from 3, and they were capitalizing off of our turnovers, and they're a good basketball team. Their preseason rankings don't mean anything, but they're predicted to be at the top of the Patriot League, and the Patriot League is like an amazing league full of really good players, and so I just felt like our calmness to get back to understanding and knowing what we needed to do on both ends of the floor. I thought we did that really well, and it was good for us to be in that situation. It was good for us to respond that way.
Last one, Adam.
Hubert, you guys started hot the other night from 3. I think you made your first 5, but
Yeah.
they've been sporadic since then a little bit. It wasn't great to close the other night, and it was a kind of a slow start today. I know you believe this is a good shooting team.
Yeah.
Those are going to come, I guess. You think they'll come more than they have so far through 2 games?
I do. What were we, 5 or 17 from 3, and we scored 90? So, and that's one of the reasons why I tell the guys that the 3 boxes we have to check are we got to be good defensively, we have to rebound the basketball, and we have to limit turnovers. And the reason why I say that to them every day is those are things that you can do every day. As good a shooter as anybody is, some nights you're going to be on, some nights you're going to be off. There are going to be nights where we hit 15 threes, or there's going to be nights like tonight we only hit 5, but we can still score 90 because we get into the free throw line, we're rebounding, plus 21. We're taking care of basketball. We only had 10 assists. So those are things that you can do moving forward. But I have all the confidence that when we need to make shots from the outside, we'll be able to do it.
Thank you, Coach. Thanks,
Yeah,
everybody.
Thanks, Hubert.
See you guys.